to pass boldly into that other world in the glory of some passion than to fade and wither with age. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the heart of story. And I think we all struggle to find our epiphanies, both in our stories, but in stories around us. I want to share with you, as I wind down, my own epiphany, which came in the AIDS era. I was a young physician, and for a decade, we had no treatment for HIV. And I presided over the death of hundreds of young men, most of them my age, a very difficult thing. And I remember one morning being in clinic and looking at the clinic roster and seeing that a young man who I'd gotten to know very well, because you knew them very well as you watched this trajectory, was coming to clinic. And I was sort of pleased. I hadn't seen him in a while. Just then, the phone rang, and it was his mother to say, he's not coming to clinic. He's too weak to come to clinic, but he's not sick enough to be put in the hospital. And in any case, there wouldn't be much I could do for him in the hospital. And that didn't sit well with me. All day, I wrestled with that. And that evening, for my own purposes, I decided to drive out to his house in the country, to a trailer, an hour drive, for my own needs. But when I got there, I found to my amazement that my visit had a profound effect on the family, on him. It helped the family come to terms with his illness. It helped him understand and take away some of the fear of death, because we were able to talk about it, and I was able to promise him that he would not suffer, that I would be there through the end. And as I left the house that day, I realized this is what the horse and buggy doctor of 150 years ago did so well. In the absence of a quarter of the things, a fraction of the things we have today, they were able to heal even when they could not cure. If you think about it, if you have a fracture of your arm, at one level it's a physical problem. It's a mid-radius fracture, mid-shaft fracture, non-displaced. At another level, there's always a spiritual violation. Why me? Why now? And with diseases like AIDS or cancer, again, there's a physical loss, a virus infecting cells that have gone berserk. But there's an incredible sense of, why me? Why now? What did I do to deserve this? That sense of spiritual violation, I think we in Western medicine didn't address as well as we should have. And my epiphany was to understand that even when we could not cure, we could heal. And we could heal by our presence. We could heal by being with the patient. We could heal by connecting with the family. We could tap into that age-old tradition, the ministry of healing. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that stories are the way we find meaning in our lives. Stories are equipment for living. The epiphanies we read about and we discover as we analyze our own stories are what allow us to change the prow of our ship and point it in a slightly new direction. Stories are how we connect with each other, only connect. In the words of Albert Einstein, he was paraphrasing Cameron, not everything that can be counted counts, and not everything that counts can be counted. For the things that can't be counted, you will need story.